Hey everybody, we're back. More echo. Going back in. Echo, 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 echo. Hey Billy. I was going down with my girlfriend the other night. And I said, geez, you got a big pussy. Geez, you got a big pussy. And she said, why'd you say it twice? And I said, I didn't. Awesome, we are where we left off, so that's good. I appreciate that. In case you're wondering, that's a joke from Predator. One of the best things that movie does is establish really well how all the group close friends that work together for years. Really good. Yeah, let's start the stream. Why do I still have that there? I need to remove that. Give me a second. Let me remove that. I do still have this here though, so this bottle of rum. So you've redeemed the points fair and square. It's my fault for not removing the redemption. I don't have a glass with me, so I guess it's just a straight shot from the bottle. Done. Now let's remove that. I'm going to mark that as fulfilled, and then remove that as an option. Alright, where is it? Take a shot is gone. Take a shot is complete. There we go. I left it on there, that's my mistake, and you wanted to redeem it. Right, that's my mistake. I can either cower it out, or I can accept my mistake and deal with it. Alright. I mean, it's a little bit of a shame that I don't use the camera anymore, so you couldn't see it. But I'm at a point now where I'm more comfortable not using the camera, and I got rid of the green screen anyway. Alright, let's do this. Oh. 1. I need to get 20 more of these things. This is the second time, goddamn. I've heard of escalation, but this is a little fast. Just gonna... Okay, spotted me. Get off me. And my weird haircut. Oh, that's water. I want to leave that. Is it coming? There it is. Go. Okay, not that way. 17 more. This is going to be like the deal breaker, isn't it, of this game? Like, yeah, the concept's fun and doing this is interesting. And then there's just these bits where you've got to run around and find a bunch of these. Oh, that's not fair. Yeah, like the mechanic that shows up too often, that takes too long. A bunch of games have stuff like that. Always the bits that when you come across it, you're like, ugh. I can't think of any examples right now. Alone in the Dark, when you have to burn those things in Central Park. Then who's actually played that Alone in the Dark game? And then when you die, you gotta restart the whole fucking thing. God damn. Okay, good. Copy that. There we go. I guess one thing I've not been appreciating that much is the possibility of stealth. Like, doing this will probably be easier if I just hide. Why would you turn around? Later, bitches. You know, I wonder if that's actually a thing, if... Go. If just throwing the orb is the key that they'll latch onto, rather than throwing the orb specifically at one of them. There we go. Shit. Yeah, there you go, the crouching. Go. Alright. One down there. How many more up here? There you go, they're pressing the forks now. Distraction techniques, they'll assume that it's something that I do because it'll give me an advantage, and they're wrong. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to do all of that again, aren't I? Yeah. Right. Gotta get 22 of these damn things without dying at any point. That's frustrating. Like, I get you want to have some difficulty. Not that I've seen, no. I get you want to have some difficulty and you don't want death to just be a slap on the wrist. But bearing in mind, this is the second time we've had to do this. I feel like 22 is a little much. Because it also suggests that, hey, we're going to have a lot more of this at some point. I don't think anyone's spotted me yet. That's getting close, I'm in the line of sight, but they didn't get me. Go. Piss off. Alright. Knock knock. Yeah, avoiding the water gives me a safe haven when the lights go out. Still comes with its own issues. Here we go. There it is. Get off me. Quick.
Halfway there.
I'm back. I could, but I feel like getting enough of them together like that will be more trouble than it's worth. Ultimately, I am willing to go into the water if I have to. The main thing I really don't want to do is shoot. Nah, it's all good, Tetsu. You're just suggesting ideas. No! Fuck. I'm just gonna have to start dealing with it. Like I said, I get the whole thing of, like, you don't want to make these things too easy with checkpointing being super generous and death ending up being a slap on the wrist. I get that. The problem is with how early we are in the game, this is the second time this has come up. We're having to find 22. It's like, how many are we going to have to find later in the game? There's a sound cue when it's approaching, but not much more before that. It's coming now, I can hear it. Go. And then the lights are going to come back on. Part of the thing that's with telling that the lights are coming back on is the controller starts vibrating before the sound comes in for that. Couple more seconds and I would have had that. A few more seconds and I would have had it. Oh! Didn't work. And the stream's buffering. Oh, there we go, it's sorted now. Yeah, I may need to just bust out. I'm thinking too far ahead is going to be the issue. Okay, copy that. Go. It's a fair point, Titanium. Yeah, it's Eek. Yeah, I did notice that you were still listed as lurking. Here it comes. Go. I don't think I've vaulted over anything in the last sequence. Ah, that's a fair point, that count. No, that's a different thing. Yeah. That's a descend. Here it comes. It's a little surprising just how much harder it is to see stuff when it goes dark as well. Should be safe. Safe. Oh. Hello. Take that, thank you. Don't want to do too much of that. That's fine. You know what I mean though, Teak? Like a lot of games will have, oh, it's gone dark, but you can still see just fine. I usually really hate it when a game's like, no, you can't see anything in here because it's dark, but you can see just fine. Here we go. This ought to help, actually. We go force a reset, so that should lose everything they had a minute ago. Hopefully. One. Need 4 more. One over there. Oh, hey, a save arch.
I can see all the orbs from here.
Interesting. Serves a purpose other than saving. Two. Third one down there. I can definitely appreciate there are more around than you need. I really hope that's not just copying me hiding behind a corner. Because that'll get frustrating. Well, I guess that answers the question you had earlier. I think it was Titanium or May who had that question. Can we just push them over? There you go, it's Titanium. Bitch. I am the original version of me. Like, it seems like you guys are thinking like there's a whole cloning, like everything is a clone in this regard. It's like, no, I'm the original version. Well, it's the thing, like, if we woke up in this facility, I could understand that line of logic, but we didn't. We came to this facility from off-planet. They'd have to work hard to make that not disappointing. But we finally did it. Down we go again. That Schwarzenegger movie about clones, The Sixth Day. Wasn't Michael Rooker in that?
Coming up on 90 kilometers. Slowing down.
Alright, here we go. No directions. Yeah, I was just thinking about like how the bad guys in that movie weren't great. Like the main villain in that movie is bland as hell. And then like thinking about the henchmen, there's the goth chick, the guy who's always screwing up. There's another guy, and then like isn't the then there's the guy who is like the older, more experienced one. It's like, wait a minute, isn't that Michael Rooker? I haven't seen that movie in years. It's not a particularly good Schwarzenegger movie, to be fair. And like the mindfuck idea that it wants to go for was already done way better in Total Recall. The weird, creepy doll. Well, that's not going to be good. Gonna pay for that. Later. It's entertaining, I'll give it that, but like Schwarzenegger did a bunch of bad movies in the mid to late 90s. Well, mid to late 90s to the early 2000s. Like before he became the governor of California. And like there's other stuff that's bad but is entertaining in various ways, like End of Days. It's just fucking ridiculous. But oh boy, here we go. Please don't sprint at me. Like, I feel like End of Days is dumb enough to have a lot more fun. Whereas the big problem with The Sixth Day is it feels like ground that's already been gone through with a Schwarzenegger movie, and it's just doing it in a more PG way. It's like, say, The Future, which is a cleaner future than what they had in Total Recall, and is also less interesting and less violent. Not even the violent, it's less... It feels less lived in, I guess. Eraser's a good movie, though. I like Eraser. I was pretty big into Schwarzenegger movies when I was younger. As I've gotten older, that's really translated. It's not like it's a love that's been lost. It's just really kind of translated into an enjoyment of schlocky action movies. Yeah, like a defensive weapon in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Did I have one? I might have had one. Now let's try and avoid this main corridor. do the grape thing again. I feel like with this kind of thing though, like by this point, despite like its presentation's pretty good, definitely gotta give it that. But by this point, you really do start to see its origins as an indie game with like maybe a little higher budget than you'd normally expect from an indie game. Mostly because of the copy paste. Like there's not just the main character, which is done well and has good reason for it, and adds to a creepiness factor. Like the environments, like this floor pattern. So we got a thing of like anytime we see just regular floor, there's like one of maybe 2 or 3 patterns. Hey there. Of course, I do want to stress, like, it's not a bad thing. It's a deliberate aesthetic that they've gone with. Presumably, bearing in mind the budget, it's like, okay, we can only do so much. Let's make something that works around that limitation. And creativity out of limitation is always one of my favourite things. Alright, so they're going to be crouching now, so I'm going to have to be watching out for that. Like that. I feel like it doesn't work as well for them, though. Like, look at that one just crouching over there, crouch walking. It's like, what is that getting you? They're right behind me. Yeah, I feel like they really are faster than I am. Right, let's cleanse this. Catch me now. Yeah, and allowing them to move faster also created a greater challenge. So it made sense in a gameplay progression idea. Creativity through limitations in game design is fantastic. I love it. Because it results in some of the most interesting ideas. And it's not even just game design that you end up with that. Like some of the best horror movies that show so little of the actual monster because the monster effect they had was terrible. And they knew that, so they didn't show it as much, which made it scarier.
That's a man cage.
Do tell.
You don't want to know.
What's a man cage? Oh, that? Huh. Yeah, like Jaws had that issue because the animatronic shark they had was terrible. Oh, there's a lot of them guarding this area. So they spent most of the movie not showing it. Don't mind me. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna admit that was really dumb. Like, that was dumb on my part. Alright, let's try that again. That's not good. Okay. There's a little irritating. That's the kind of thing that borders on one of the things I'm not into stuff like Outlast for. The problem so far, Titanium, is getting to that next round. So what's there in the center is a key.
What's that sound?
The whole floor is shaking.
Interesting.
The floor is gone.
Not good, not good. So when the lights go out, the floor goes down? Yeah, I knew you could play it because I saw the icon hovering over it. The thing of, like, you can interact with this when you get near it, but you're not close enough to actually interact with it. That's fine, come all the way around. Really? Content to stand forever. I need to take this jumper off. Give me a second. I am quite warm. That is better. You know what it is lately? I've been very warm. Like, despite how cold it's been, I've just been pretty warm most of the time. Yeah, it's not like it hasn't been cold here. I've just been, like, weirdly warm while it's been cold. Damn it.
The floor is gone.
Real hoping I'd make that. Go. Okay, so there was a bridge on this side while the floor was lowered. There it is. And then escape is easier because the...
Below the floor.
Ah, shit. They're really throwing those things. Right, there we go. Go. Whew. Minus 16, goddamn. Yeah, we saw it earlier on that they had the pistol out. And I was quite concerned about that. They never actually took a shot at us, but they could. Which is a big part of the reason why I'm very concerned about doing it. Because, like, if they do that, these are lethal shots. So they could just hit me from anywhere. It's the main reason that when you see me use the gun while the lights are up, I'm generally using the riot mode. That looks like a pretty close objective.
This place is horrible. How could anyone enjoy themselves surrounded by man cages?
I don't like it, it's too close. It's too easy. What's the catch? God damn it. Problem there was like I went straight into a takedown after pushing them off, which weird and really bad timing. And also I don't want them to be able to do that. Which is why I haven't been doing it.
This place is horrible. How could anyone enjoy themselves surrounded by man cages?
Wonder if I spent an entire cycle just walking, would they also then just walk? I think we're in the clear. Whew. Interesting that previously the air in the palace was unbreathable. But then they made it breathable, like whatever system is operating this whole thing made it breathable. When it seems to be specifically trying to kill me.
I can feel a strange pulsing from those cylinders through the suit. It feels like a really loud bass.
It's not sonic. The field print tells me they're hyperconductors. The force applied to sustain them ripples the suit somehow.
Veins flowing with answers.
Come again.
These are what's making it all possible. To keep sync on a planetary scale. Every few minutes, every blueprint is maintained meticulously. Imagine if the palace was populated. The chaos of input, analysis, and reaction.
All that wasted on some sick game.
A game that will bring Foster back. I just need to beat it.
We've seen nothing here that proves Foster can come back. On the contrary, the echoes aren't UN. Just like recreating Foster will not.
That's actually a good point to bring up.
He's dead.
But he's not. That's what I keep saying. He didn't die. He was translated.
To you, it's so fresh in memory your adrenaline is pumping. But in reality, he died more than a century ago. You hope to bring him back. It's just crazy.
It can be done. Grant's
But will it be him, or will it be one of those?
Try me.
The apparatus translated Foster into a Kaya supersymmetrical manifold. The corresponding material field was captured in solid form, the cube. He really is in there, still alive, and the palace will remanifest him.
That is just ridiculous. The manifold is a theoretical shortcut. Not even during the push was it pursuit of that end.
My guess is it was. When else would this place be thought up? I figure some rich house considered this their retirement plan as the requisition jitters started to gain momentum.
You just speak whatever comes to your mind. How do the echoes fit into this nursing home theory of yours?
For one who's seen it all, you really are very narrow-minded. Reality is diverse, and the push era was notoriously considered the era of splintered humanity. Spreading through the universe brought about extreme human constellations.
Don't you try giving me history lessons.
I'm just saying that the wealth needed to develop tech like this, the ability to keep it secret, their grotesque imagining of paradise, it all matches a recluse house. The echoes were probably entertainment to them, seeing the lower castes fighting to
That's
survive.
actually fairly
The
believable.
creators expected to be gods here and designed everything to constantly remind them that they were.
And the resourceful spend their lives preparing for the challenge of being gods?
I suspect Gramps' ticket here wasn't first class. More like gate crashing. That would mean fighting to gain privilege and access. Constant betterment. That's what Gramps prepared us for. And that's exactly what's needed to finish this.
Another door. Back into the fray. Again, that's another very close objective marker, so what's the catch? Two. Really was wondering for a second there whether or not she'd get stuck on the lift with me. Here it comes. Build-ups to that felt shorter than previous ones. That's an energy expansion. Alright, they're coming for me. Don't mind me. Oh. That's interesting. It saw me pick it up in the light, so they picked it up in the light. That's an interesting variation. Wasn't expecting that. To find a way up there again. It's the walkway, I guess. Lights are going out. Good. Later, bitches. Oh yeah. Gotta be wondering like what kind of goal this all leads to, though. Is the whole thing here specifically to resurrect somebody who's been translated into a cube? A lot of effort to go to resurrect somebody, but I suppose resurrection isn't cheap or easy. Yeah, I'm gonna stay up here for as long as... Just go kill 16 Colossi, it's fine. You won't become a monster. You know, I never finished Shadow of the Colossus. I know what happens because of course I do. Right. Yep. I played it on PS2 and I just didn't get into it. Wasn't into the controls. There we go. I have it though. I have it on at this point I have it on PS2, I have the HD version on PS3, and I have the remake on PS4. Still haven't done it. Maybe that's something to eventually throw onto the stream. Eventually get around to it. After all those other games I want to do. Yeah, I'd definitely give it that. A single interesting idea played out in a way that you wouldn't see in the AAA. Although the fact that it was backed by Sony kind of defeats that idea. But the biggest thing I think Shadow of the Colossus really has going for it is something that has aged in a way that makes it not so special anymore. And that was the big open vistas and the scale of the boss fights. Which was impressive at the time, but now is like a lot more common. In the same way that people will complain about Ocarina of Time's Hyrule Field being too big and empty. And Shadow of the Colossus is an entire game of that. And yeah, it was technically impressive at the time, but since then, it hasn't aged super well. Huh. That's not to say like Shadow of the Colossus isn't deserving of like all the praise it gets and stuff. Yeah, just in the same way of like, you know, Ocarina of Time's still deserving of that kind of praise. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Haha! I just feel like Ocarina of Time had more going for it outside of that. And if you're really going to appreciate Shadow of the Colossus as it was intended, you have to be into PS2 era graphics. That one has to have been scripted. That was too short a time. Yeah, definitely agree with that. 25? Come on. It's one of the things, like, when people say that Ocarina of Time isn't the best 3D Zelda because other games have done a bunch of the stuff better. And it's like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Wind Waker did the combat better. Twilight Princess had better dungeon design, undeniably. I realised something about Twilight Princess that isn't appreciated as much as it should be, the dungeon design. But when it comes down to it, Ocarina of Time is still arguably the best 3D Zelda, because it does all of it so well, and every other Zelda game since has missed the mark in some way in comparison. Oh boy. What the hell? That was 2 before I got there, and it just transformed into 1. And I think it's a big part of the reason why Majora's Mask gets to get away without so many comparisons to Ocarina of Time, because it's not trying to do a similar thing, it's trying to do its own unique thing. Whereas Wind Waker is trying to be the next Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess is undeniably trying to be the next Ocarina of Time. And again, they have things they do better, but they all have things that they do considerably worse. For one thing, unlike Wind Waker and definitely Skyward Sword, and I know this is still a problem in and Wind Waker, in Twilight Princess, and I know this is still a problem in Skyward Sword. They really drag in places, and Ocarina of Time never really does. Haha! That should be an easy 4 then. Aye.
Halfway there.
suppose there's the question as well of like, am I ever going to get around to Skyward Sword? Bearing in mind, like, a big part of the reason why I'd never finished it previously was the motion controls. And I'm not going to say they're bad because it's a whole different contention. But playing Skyward Sword with motion controls was always very much a case of like, this is going to be a bunch of effort. And it's a question of like, do I want to put that much effort into a game I'm playing to relax? Probably should have waited for that. So like there's Skyward Sword HD out now. With like the button options, the controls. It's like, do I really care though? You play it completely handheld? That's fair enough. How did you end up enjoying it, Titanium? Of course, you have to do the obligatory thing of like, I can't really bring up Skyward Sword HD without my normal complaining about Nintendo, and Skyward Sword HD does have something to complain about with Nintendo. That being the amiibo functionality. The fast travel lock behind the amiibo, which of course was a limited thing you could buy and sold out very quickly again. But not even just that, it was also a premium amiibo, so it was more expensive than standard. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Mapping combat like that to an analog stick has never been great, and it's something that has been seen in the past. In various other games. They all thought they were onto something so interesting and unique and would change the face of gaming by mapping combat to the right analog stick. And the problem with that was you're immediately just removing the capability for camera control. Although Zelda does kind of have a leg up in that regard because camera control, being just a case of camera recensoring, is something we've been used to in Zelda for a long time and still works. Let's try and get down there quickly. Tell me this goes down. Okay, where exactly am I going? I feel like my marker's gone. Down there. Alright, still going down. Damn it. Need a second one. And that would have been my second one.
You've got plenty. Maybe hit the lift.
Working on it. Fuck! Hmm. Okay, it gave me a checkpoint with only 2 left to collect. Because I ran through here. Alright, that's good. That's good work, me. If I had to collect all those again, I would not have been happy. Okay, now the main thing to consider is there was an extra energy upgrade on the center platform. I think that center platform specifically. Hmm. See, that is why I was concerned about hitting them in the head while the lights were on. Fucking hell. Anyway. Alright. Continue. Alright. Alright, I might have an idea. I want that upgrade though. Yeah, pretty much. Big focus on the stealth. Except the stealth mechanics of it aren't really that good, I guess. Adaptation more than anything. Yeah, the thing that really caught my interest with it was the way the enemies will adapt and copy what you've done previously. That might be a problem later. Or is it on the next floor? Yeah, I want to head back up again. At the spot I want? I don't want to leave without getting that upgrade, because that upgrade could be very useful later. Oh, come on. It was on one of the centerpieces. Was it further down or further up? That's a different colour light. Okay, if I circle back around to that. I don't think I'm ever going to find it again. Here it comes. Damn it.
You've got plenty. Maybe head for the lift below?
Really hoping I'll be able to jump from there, but it's apparently too high. Just gonna grab this, don't worry about it. There it is. Finally. Come on. Alright. No! God damn it. I want to get through this section. We're going to call it, and I can take a little break before we come back with Persona. Got about an hour until we're due to do that stream. Okay, so what that says to me, though, what we just learned, is what I was after was further down than I expected. Alright. Yeah. Later. Alright, this is too far down. Love that it's copying me basically slipping off these things. Like, that's kind of funny. There we go. There should be 2 here, and there's the upgrade I was after. That should get me sorted with what I was after. You only need 1 more for the upgrade. Grab this. Weird. Later, bitches. Ah! Come here. Whew. Another one gone. How far down are we now?
And you dozed off. 116 kilometers this time.
There's no throne there. But that is going to do it for us for now. That's another little under 2 hours of Echo. We'll be back in about 55 minutes, hopefully, with more Persona 3. It's been a while since we did some Persona 3. And we'll be joined by our buddy Chance and Bo Bansom. So definitely look forward to that. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Titanium and Teak. Looks like you guys were the only ones in chat this time. Thanks for joining me, guys. Keep me company. As I say, back in about 55 minutes, hopefully with more Persona 3. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day, and take care. Catch you next time, guys. Bye.